Welcome to Living in Aurora. Jason with eXp Realty. Welcome back to the channel. Today, going to dig into some things that even people who've lived here for a while probably don't know about. Hacks, you may call them, little special deals, little special events, things to make sure you enjoy or find out about before you move here. So now you're thinking about moving to Aurora, Colorado, or you're kind of being told from an employer or military service or whatever it might be, family and friends have moved here. Now it's time to check it out. So Denver metro area, if you see my other videos, Aurora basically takes up the whole east side of Denver. Here it is on the map. You can see the city limits. One of the first major hacks I always bring up to people that are moving here and are finding the values that they want to find in Aurora, if it's at all possible to find a home that meets all your requirements in unincorporated counties. So Aurora has a few of them. I actually live in Aurora, but it is unincorporated Arapahoe County. So the big bonus there, if you don't know, it's from a tax perspective. So you have less taxes from sales. So if you have furniture, when you buy a home, sometimes you're having furniture delivered or appliances delivered. You always want to make sure you tell them what area you live in and that it's unincorporated. You get a lesser sales tax. So that's a big hack, and that's country, nationwide. Any cities, if you can find a house that meets all your needs in unincorporated counties, definitely have less taxes there. So as we all know, homes are all about location. Real estate's all about location, but that's an added benefit if you can find a home at your price and requirements in an unincorporated county. But I wanted to dive in a little history in Aurora. So it actually started way back in the late 1800s. A real estate developer, Fletcher, moved out here for health reasons, which actually quite a few people will move to high altitude for health reasons. And he settled in on Colfax here. So the original Aurora was actually 26 here, Yosemite on the west side, 6th Avenue on the south side, and 225 on the east side. So it was just a small block. So this Fletcher guy in the late 1800s developed a little community, 4 square miles, but had some of the first homes. There were 14 homes that they built that had indoor plumbing back then. But unfortunately, back then, it was a big mining town, obviously, with the Rockies and everything, and silver hit a slump, and Fletcher left town and didn't support the town any longer. So it struggled along, and then in the early 1900s, 1901, actually, it got rid of all references to Fletcher and became Aurora. And then in 1928, became an official city of Aurora. And right before that, they started developing Fitzsimmons as the Air National Guard base, and that became popular. It was one of the biggest hospital medical bases that the Army had back then, and helped with a lot of the World War I and survived through World War II. People that had Agent Orange issues or any medical issues out of all the wars, we know can have all kinds of impact on the human body. But that stayed true until the 1990s when that closed down and now became the Anschutz Medical Campus that it is today. Very well known, well respected medical campus that's there now. We get a lot of people from out of state come there, even out of the country, come there for the Children's Hospital, CU Medical Center, and the Anschutz Medical Center. So it's a world-known medical facility there. One of the other little hacks I have is as people around town, they know about the Bradley gas stations. As we all drive our cars and need gas, typically in Aurora, there's the cheapest gases. Up north, there's a little section off I-25 that will have some price wars among the gases, but typically around Aurora, you can get pretty good prices. That actually kind of centers around Havana, which is, they call it Havana Motor Mile. But dig in here on this Peoria. Oh, here's Havana. I typically go to a Bradley's gas station right off Ilef. It's right in here. They just rebuilt it, but they give not only the cheap prices, but if you use their app and connect your bank account, you can get 30 cents off of every gallon. No limit, no cap. So again, that's around the whole city that you can use that for. Actually, the whole state. I've used it in other cities in the state, but it's a really good deal. Get 30 cents off of what you're going to be doing anyway. Another nice thing that the counties have done is they've incorporated a state park pass into your vehicle registration. So if you are one that frequents the state parks in all of Colorado, they now make it very easy for you to get that. So this is a change that just happened a year or two ago. An extra $20, $30 on your vehicle registration, and they'll mail you the state park pass that you can then go in and visit all those, without paying any extra money. Before it was a little cumbersome websites or going to the actual parks to get those passes. Now they've made it very streamlined, and obviously hoping more people will take advantage of it that way. We also have theater. If you're into theaters and going to shows and that type of thing, the Aurora Fox Theater is a great, I'll pull it up here, great place to go. It's been around since the early 1900s. Yeah, Aurora Fox Theater on Colfax, but it's been around forever. It does a great job of keeping its nostalgic and staying active with all the events that go on and everything you can see there. So you can check out their website and see, shows, plays, movies, anything you want and can, you'll see there. But also, I wanted to point that out as it's kind of one that doesn't get seen very much. But you can even rent the space out, which is a pretty good deal for your events, family events, corporate events, whatever you need. We're also pretty big on brewery, as probably everybody knows. Colorado, Fort Collins, we have one of the Budweiser breweries just north of Fort Collins, but all over the city and state are breweries. But one that gets called out here in Aurora is Dry Dock Brewing, a great local brewer, locally grown. The nice thing there is they do brew the beer, but they also sell all the equipment that you would need if you wanted to try brewing beer for yourself, and all the classes you need, all the instructions and help that you would want. It's a great little place to not only test out beers, but also see if you want to try to do it yourself. One real nice thing back to the Havana, it has a lot of ethnicities going around it. One of the more popular ones is the Ethiopian food. We have a pretty predominant Ethiopian population in Aurora, and they obviously, if you're a food person like I am, you try all kinds of different food, but the Ethiopian food is really good. And one nice thing about that is almost all the coffee comes out of Ethiopia. So if you really want a really good brewed cup of coffee, I always recommend visiting an Ethiopian run coffee shop. One in particular, while they do serve Starbucks, he also serves his own brand of coffee, is in the Aurora Town Center. The My Cafe there, they do a great job of brewing coffee, and always recommend them to anybody if you're out looking for special coffee. One of the other nice big places that has popped up in Aurora the last 10 or so years is the Gaylord of the Rockies. It's in Aurora. It's in the north part of Aurora. Out here, let's see. Yeah, right here. So interesting enough, this is also Aurora. It does wrap around Denver. So this Green Valley Ranch is Denver, and Aurora wraps around it. But this Gaylord Rockies Resorts is a year-round destination for people. They always have events going on, do a lot of stuff during the holidays. You can always find deals on their ticket prices and stuff online. But if you ever are bored or need something to do, this is definitely a place you could always go check out. I wouldn't say a lot of locals only check it out when, in the holidays that are upcoming, to see special things that are going on, but they do it all there. It's again a great place to visit. And just to show the variety of what Aurora has, we also have a horse park here that if you're into horse racing, want to go watch the horses run. Normally, this is in the spring, summer, fall season, and the nice thing is 18 and under get in free as long as they have a paying adult with them. But it's a pretty good event. They do a good job of showing you about the horses and horse racing, and you can get some instruction there. And if you're into the side of betting on it, you can do that as well. But again, it just shows to the variety and complexity of Aurora, Colorado. We have anything and everything that you could want or to do or access to it. As I've mentioned many times in other videos, we have these three reservoirs. While Cherry Creek Reservoir borders on Aurora and Inglewood, or Green, yeah, that's the reservoir that has everything. You can do everything: power boats, motorized vehicles on it. Quincy Reservoir is just for fishing, non-motorized, no real swim beach, none of that type of stuff. And then Aurora Reservoir is in the middle. There is a swim beach. You can swim in it, fish, paddleboard, all those type of activities. Just no motorsports. But again, just a little quick overview of some little less frequently places that are around in Aurora. Again, if you have any questions on moving to the Denver metro area and Aurora specifically, I'm here to help however you need it. Look at the links below and reach out to me.